in your reading, there are, how many tasks are there? There are 3. Number 1, I told you that's about completion task. Number 1, we call it completion task. The second one that we talked about matching task, clear? Matching one. And the third one, it was about identification, excellent. So, in completion task, the type of question, yesterday we talked about summary completion type of questions. Now today we want to talk about another type of question, clear? And your completion task that's called sentence completion. First of all, we talked about in your completion task, because in reading we will cope with 3 different type of questions, clear? That's number 1, completion task. The second one is matching task. The third one we will go with that of your identification task. So now, first of all, we have started with your completion task. Completion task, there are 7 different type of questions. How many type of questions? 7 different type of questions is here. Then we talked about that in matching task, how many questions we have? They are 4. And then in identification task, we will have 3 type of questions. So total number of questions we can expect in our reading part, that is how many? There are 14 different type of questions. So now we have already started about your identification task and completion task. Yesterday we talked about the first type of question in completion task, that was summary completion, excellent. Now today the second type of question we are going to talk about, that is called sentence completion, excellent. We will talk today about the sentence completion type of questions. Now in completion task, clear, in completion task, the examiner, they want to target more about vocabulary synonyms, paraphrasing. In completion task, clear, the main target is about paraphrasing. If a student who is good at paraphrasing, he can perform very well in that of completion task. What did I say? In all completion tasks, the main target of any of the examiner is what? That's about paraphrasing. The better you understand about paraphrasing, the better you understand about synonyms, so very easily you can cope with them. Is you might have gained the experience from yesterday, clear? While we were doing that of your summary completion, again there was a grammar and paraphrasing, synonyms, clear? So the same way we will talk about these type of questions. Let's come. So, as I told you earlier, clear, in summary, in sentence completion type of questions, the main objective is what? It's about paraphrasing and synonyms, clear? We should come to know about the paraphrasing and synonym portion. So now, you do understand about paraphrasing, what paraphrasing is, we have already talked about, and then we talked about synonyms, clear, what really synonym means. Suppose, let's come up here to one of the topics here, we want to do this practically, clear? Now, read the first question. Australia was originally founded as a. This is called sentence completion. Look, summary was for 1 or 2 paragraphs. Where the difference between sentence completion is, yesterday I told you about summary completion. The summary is from 1 or 2 paragraphs. Clear? Maximum 3, minimum 2 paragraphs. Your summary could come, like you have already practiced on those type of questions. That summary is not for the whole passage. Am I right? Summary is, but while doing sentence completion, it can be from the whole passage. It's a single sentence. Can you see? Individual sentence. While summary was in a shape of paragraph, it was in a shape of paragraph to complete that paragraph. Am I right? So that's why that summary completion, it comes from 2 or 3 paragraphs. Where your sentence completion, clear, it will come from the whole passage. So, number 1 sentence, can you read it? Australia was originally founded as a dash. Now, understand first of all the question and find out keywords among them. So, how many keywords we can understand? Now, number 1, signposting, I had told you. What is the signposting word? Australia. And now, look, they have added an extra word as well. Now, number 1 thing, founded. Australia was founded. But they have used another word originally. Whenever you have an extra word in the sentence, clearly you need to focus more on that. Australia was originally founded as. Now, we can use Australia and in vocabulary, like I mean from synonym, which word can we target? Founded. Founded can be our key word now. According to vocabulary synonyms, what can be our key word? That can be founded. So can you tell me, like, in place of found, what any other word, any other synonym they can use for that?
Discovered.
Discovered, okay.
Originate, invented.
Okay, invented, alright. Create. Alright. Let's come up to the passage and we want to do it, like, what comes here. Now, can you start reading from the top? What do they say? Read the first paragraph now, first of all. Yeah, so what you can see, like what they have written now, European settlement of Australia. Now, they want to talk about settlement of Australia. So it means if something you want to settle, clear? So settlement is the beginning stage. The European settlement of Australia began. Began means what? Found.
Found. Yes, sir.
Look, began means what? Found. You have to be very sharp because IELTS can deceive you easily. Begin here, it means what? Found. Begin and. They have used begin and. And what they asked you? They have asked you about begin, founded as. So there is difference between founded as and begin and. Begin and, so it means they are talking about time. As, they're talking about the reason why it was founded. So now look, what they have used, begin and 1788. They have given you the date, a bit more explanation. They explain the statement. If they had asked you that Australia was originally founded in. So for N, we could quite easily use that of the date in 1788, but they did not ask about N. They asked about as. So now what they want to use? When. So when refers to what? When refers to time. 1788. Look at the conjunctions, how they want to link one idea with another idea. The conjunction when is linked with what? With 1788, when a British penal colony was established. So the correct answer can be what? British, clear? That's about British penal colony can be the correct option now here with us. So we can understand that Australia was originally founded as a British penal, clear, colony. That can be the correct answer. Is this clear? To everybody? Alright, now let's move with the next part. Next question. The major consideration in colonizing Australia was Britain's dish. Now look, first of all, we will need what? We will need a noun. We will need noun. Britain's dish. And what could be our main targeted word? The major consideration. The major consideration. They can use synonym for this. They can paraphrase the statement for you. So be very careful with the word, the major consideration and colonizing. What was the major consideration? Major consideration means what? Reason. Clear? Major reason. Major consideration. Major factor. Clear? So now, purpose. What was the main purpose? They can use the main purpose. The main reason, the main factor, clear? Among them they can use any of the word. So the major consideration in colonizing Australia was Britain's dish. So we want to find out, like, what was the purpose of colonizing Australia? We will find out the purpose of that. Let's move on to the passage. And now, start reading it. It will be in order, clear? It will come in order. You will keep reading down. Hurry up, you have 1 minute time, be quick. Did you find it? Yeah, from where? From second line. Okay, now what they want to say, A number of reasons contributed to Britain's decision. Now, if a student like Claire, quite easily IELTS can deceive you, they will see Britain's and the questions, Claire, and the question again, they will give you like this way. Britain's, so simply they will write down about decision. And that would be wrong answer. Clear? Do not. Anything like an IELTS that comes easy, it seems easy to you, that would be incorrect answer. Remember that. Until and unless you do not find out the synonym, you cannot find out the answer. To find out an answer, first of all, you have to know about the synonym, paraphrasing portion. Now, what they want to say, a number of reasons contributed to British decision was Australia. The most important factor, what they have used the word? The most important factor. The most important factor means what? Major consideration. Look, they have used the word major, the major consideration. And over there, with the word major consideration has been paraphrased with what? The most important factor was Britain's need to relieve its. Its is used for what? Its. Clear? Yeah, it's possessive adjective. Its. Its is used for Britain's. Look, they have used what here? That's about?
Overcrowded.
Yeah, its. So this its is used for Britain's. Britain's overcrowded presence. But to deceive you, they have used what? Its. And this its refers to what? It refers to Britain's. Clear? Britain's to relieve its overcrowded presence. So the correct answer can be what? Overcrowded presence can be the correct answer now in this case. Look, but as I told you earlier, that if you do not find out any of the synonym or paraphrasing portion in your reading part, you cannot find out the correct answer. First of all, you will try to find out the correct paraphrasing portion. From where it has been paraphrased, there would be at least one word they will use the synonym for that. An answer, they will not give you the answer that much easily. You will have to dig for it. You will struggle for that, to find out the correct synonym. Now look, the same way, for factor was Britain's, this is Britain's. They have used the most important factor, clear? Over there, the major consideration for Britain's, clear, colonization of British, overcrowded presence. So this is the correct answer now. Now look, listen with the next one. It was thought that Desh could be gained, and that part of the word due to the access provided, clear, by Australia. Now, another thing like this is the nature of IELTS, that if they have used simple present tense in the question, they will also use simple present tense in the passage. If they have used any passive, they will also use passive there. If there's present perfect tense, they will also use present perfect tense in that case. Now look, they have used could be gained, passive. Again, they will use the same structure over there. Could be gained, clear? So it was thought that Desh could be gained, that part of the word due to, this is the reason. Access can be the important word provided through Australia. Let's come to the passage now. Now start reading it. Entry point? What can be there? Match the meaning. Entry point. Look, again. Want to see the question? It was thought that Desh could be gained in that part of the world due to the access provided through Australia. Entry point can be access. Entry point can be what? Access mean what? Entry point. Like your door is your access. That's the access point. That's the entry point. So that is a synonym. That cannot be the correct answer. Entry point cannot be the correct answer. Now look. Australia could be used. They have used could be used. And now what they have used in the question? Could be gained. The same structure or not? Could be gained, could be used. I told you before like the grammar portion. Can you see that how they use the grammar portion over there? Could be used, number one thing. The second part, what they say, could be used as an entry point. Entry point means access to the economic opportunities. So the correct answer can be what? Economic opportunities. Clear? Of the surrounding region. Surrounding region means other part of the world. Now they have used what? Can you see? That part of the world. That part of the world means surrounding region. That means surrounding region. Access means entry point. Could be gained means could be used. So what? It was thought that clear economic opportunities could be gained. What could be gained? Economic opportunities could be gained. Like they will gain what? They will get. They will have an opportunity to gain what? Economic opportunities. Do you understand? So this is the correct option. In this part we can say that economic opportunities could be the correct answer. Now let's come with the next portion, next question. They have given us law, clear? So first of all what we will do? We will find out name of this person. Like let's assign posting for you people to find out to reach to the correct portion, clear? So quickly we will find out this. Took every factor into account when he gave official permission. Which permission? Official permission. It could be a very important word for us. For the Desh of Australia. He gave official permission for the Desh of Australia. And he took every factor into account. He took every factor into account. Now let's come first of all find out the name of the person. Where is he? Last paragraph? Here he is. All these points figured out. All these points figured. Clear? And the decision. What does it mean? They took every factor into account. Look, they used took every factor into account. Took every factor into account means they have used all these points figured and decision. They took every factor into account. Clear? By Lord Sydney, they have put what, comma? Secretary of State of Home Affairs. It means they have given what? They have given what? The definition that who was Lord? Who was this gentleman? They have given an explanation. For example, my name is Farid Safi and I say Farid Safi, clear? Comma, eye strainer. That's my definition. So they have given the definition, clear? All these points figured and the decision by Lord Sydney. Who was this person? He was Secretary of State of Home Affairs. To authorize. Authorize means what? To give official permission. To authorize means to authorize. Official permission. To authorize means to official permission. Clear? For what? To authorize the colonization. So the correct answer could be what? Colonization could be the correct answer. Clear? Why? Because they have used what? Official permission for the colonization of Australia. Am I right? Yes. This is clear? Alright, let's come to the next one. Botany Bay was abandoned. Abandoned. Abandoned is an important word for you. Abandoned means to leave something officially. Yes. Clear? Abandoned by the settlers. By the settlers due to the lake of. They have used lake of. Cover, lake of cover end. So it means this word is more related with this word. This is connected with the previous word. Lake of cover and dash. So first of all we are going to find out the name of this person. Clear? So now find out where he is. Yeah, there he is. Clear? This is what? And January this. Clear? However, they lift the bag. Lift means abandoned. Lift. Clear? They lift the bag. Abandoned. By 8 days later, because of its openness. Because of its openness. Openness means what? Lake of cover. Openness means lake of cover. Like for example, there is lake. It's open. Clear? Lake of cover. It's not covered. So they have used what? They have used the word lake of cover. So in place of lake of cover, they have used what? Openness. Clear? So we will use lake of cover means openness. So let's come here. Then what could be in the question now? This is my openness. Of its open lake of cover end. And they have used in the question again end. Clear? So what can I use? Poor soil. Excellent. So the correct option, correct answer we can find out from where? Poor soil. What we can get from this, from it, that it's all the game of what? Vocabulary. It's all about the paraphrasing portion. It's all about the synonym. If you're good at synonym, you're good at paraphrasing, you can perform better in it. But if you're weak in paraphrasing, you don't understand, look how easy we can find it out. Was it difficult? It was not difficult. What was the difficult part? The difficult part was you were not catching the synonyms. You are not catching the paraphrasing portion over here. Once you get the paraphrasing and synonyms, it becomes very easy for you. Clear?
Yes.